yeah, we're back on this stuff. On the good stuff.
Bienvenidos a Varsovia.
Bueno, Pérez, ¿cómo ha sido el entreno hoy?
Bien, espectacular. El equipo está muy bien.
El primer partido de la temporada, primera oportunidad de ganar un trofeo. ¿Estamos listos?
Sí, muy ilusionados, con mucha ganas, muy motivados y bueno, con mucho orgullo de poder disputar otra final con este escudo y con estos compañeros.
Gracias.
Will be with us very shortly. To that special moment. In the meantime, we take in the feeling of excitement and euphoria and expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel the football means to the people in this part of the world. Having had the privilege of experiencing its career, once you get there, I want to keep coming back. I still feel like that now. Now, who's going to be first to this? You could never beat. And the keeper passes the test. The keeper really magnificent effort. He's a delicate ball. Gonzalo Inacio. Gently done. And it's Cancelo.
Joe comes close. No reason for me to go there.
Do what you can. Do what you can.
どうやってみんなを生き返らせるつもりなんだクリリン。ベジータに勝って後で聞かねえとな。なんか嫌がんな。さっさと片付けちまうか。ベジータオラが思ってたより相当強いやつだ。
President, what do you have to say about what's happening in Russia and Ukraine? Have you spoken with anyone in the Ukrainian government?
I've spoken with my staff on a regular basis, probably every 4 or 5 hours for the last 6 or 8 days. And it's creating a real dilemma for us. And we've been in direct contact, constant contact with the Ukrainians. That's all I'm going to say about it while it's active. Okay? It's getting hard. We'll see what you do. We'll see what Iran does. We'll see what happens if there's any attack. But I'm not giving up.
That's President Biden just moments ago on the tarmac in New Orleans talking about Ukrainians getting into Russian territory. Meantime, President Zelensky says in the last 24 hours, Ukrainian forces have seized another 15 square miles of Russian land in the Kursk region. He also says Ukrainian forces now control 74 Russian communities. That brings the total of the week-long surprise incursion to nearly 400 square miles. And to put that into perspective, that's as much ground as Russia has gained in Ukraine over the last year. Now Russian officials are ordering new evacuations. We know tens of thousands have already fled as Ukraine forces continue to push forward. CNN Chief International Security Correspondent Nick Payton-Walsh is following the latest from London for us. And Nick, all of this, of course, a massive embarrassment for Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, look, make no mistake about this. We're a week into something which Ukraine didn't even accept it was doing for 48 hours, hinting at it only in the middle of last week, around about the time too in which Vladimir Putin heard from his top brass that they'd essentially halted the advance. And now today it continues with the number of settlements under their control leaping from local Russian officials saying 28 yesterday to now Volodymyr Zelensky saying 74. Now bear in mind, this is a large swathe of relatively sparsely populated border area that presumably Russia thought Ukraine would never try and take, yet they seem to have marched in relatively unimpeded. Yes, there's video of Ukrainian soldiers lost in fighting here and Russians taken prisoner too. But ultimately we have 121,000 from yesterday Russians being evacuated. The numbers are frankly staggering, as is the speed in which Ukraine has moved and the efficiency too. And there have been a number of videos we've seen that suggest Western-supplied armour has indeed been used as target. Now, I couldn't quite hear everything President Biden was saying, but it's clearly being kept abreast of the situation, and rightly so. This is an utterly staggering moment of the war. We just had to try and work out what it is here. They've already achieved probably their first goal. make it clear that they're potentially good at those slow, grinding fights over one small town in the winter. Large, sweeping mobilizations of Ukrainian troops large areas like the territory, they've proven useless. They've not sent strong enough forces. About this is, does Ukraine sustain this long enough to force Vladimir Putin to stem the embarrassment by sending his better troops to parts of the front line where they're fighting occupied, or is he willing to allow this remarkable Ukrainian farmland border areas that he's being told about will stop for that military to get one day? It's all turning points of the war, I would say, but certainly a moment where Ukraine's strength and surprise now seeing the one that may give Ukraine a upper hand, if indeed we end up seeing something approaching towards the months ahead, bizarrely during this Ukrainian march both sides referring to peace talks as they see them now. But I think that's what's potentially in the distance here, maybe guiding Ukraine's moves, along with the possibility that they're just very eager to get some positive military headlines after a bad year of losing ground.
Yeah, as you note, a key moment that certainly could have implications on the future. All right, Nick Payton-Walsh, thank you so much for that reporting for us.
Let's get some analysis now on this Ukrainian offensive. With us, retired Air Force Colonel Cedric Lake. Always great to have you on. First, explain where this is in Russia. Put it on the map for us.
Absolutely, Boris. Well, one of the key things here, in fact, let's go to the big map first just to give everybody a bit of an idea. This area right here is what we're talking about. This is where the Ukrainians have made their big incursion, and when you go up here, this is a detailed look at this same area. The town of Sucha is the first area that the Ukrainians captured, and they're moving basically in this general direction toward things like the capital of the Kursk Oblast, to this region right here, as well as a nuclear power plant, which just happens to be right there as well. So the Ukrainians could potentially go in that direction if they wanted to extend themselves and if they have the capability to do that.
Is the nuclear power plant the target? Why exactly are they heading there?
So we don't know if the nuclear power plant is really the target, but there's several other things that are going on here. First of all, this is the Kursk nuclear power plant. It's right up here where the symbol is. And then we have this pipeline. This pipeline is the gas pipeline. About 50% of Russia's gas exports go through this pipeline to Europe, specifically to countries like Hungary and Slovakia. And that's why that is one of the reasons that the Ukrainians have captured things like this gas meter plant right here. This is actually part of the pipeline. This is what it looked like back in July of 22. This is what it looks like now. Clearly we have a bit of damage associated with this, and that is perhaps one of the targets that can cut off supplies. If they cut this off right here, right now, Ukraine gets
well, now, this could be fun. I'll make quick work of you.
When we go back to the broader map, I am curious what this means for the war altogether, because as Russia
Work
That's the one thing that people got right essentially, because when you talk about some of the things that have happened here in this particular area, you see that the Russians have really controlled all of these areas right here. All of this is about 18% of Ukraine's territory, internationally recognized territory. The Ukrainians obviously want to get most of this back, if not all of it, and if they get this back, then they will have achieved major goals. But it's going to have to do a lot more than just invade this little part of this particular territory of Russia.
Sure, those are probably their long-term goals, but also what does it mean for the psychology of Russia? To have Vladimir Putin embarrassed this way, having Ukrainian troops on his land, on his territory.
Yeah, that means a lot because it's coupled with even though the Russians are advancing a little bit in this particular area, you have to keep in mind that the Ukrainians have been pretty effective. They sunk this submarine while it was being repaired. They also have taken out the S-400 systems in several locations. This is a major surface-to-air missile system, in other words, an air defense system that the Russians have is very effective, but when you take it out, the opportunity for F-16s to go flying, potentially uncontested airspace, or at least less contested airspace, and for all of these areas right here, this would be a major goal for Ukraine, and of course, to capture this area right here, those would be the kinds of things that they would absolutely love to have, and if they can get that far, or at least part of this, then they will have the capability to at least sit down at the table with the Russians, whether or not they go that way, and whether or not they're effective enough to do this, or whether they're going to be stopped. Those are other questions.
Colonel Cedric Layton, appreciate the insight. Thanks so much for being with us.
You bet, Boris.
In 2021, the U.S. military budget crossed the $800 billion mark. That's more than the next 9 largest militaries combined. So it's no surprise that America, with all that money to spend, has the most expensive war machines on the planet. Take its latest aircraft carrier, which comes in at a cool $13.3 billion. It's taken so long to build that 5 years after its commissioning, the USS Ford is still not fully battle ready. And what about the $1.7 trillion F-35 fighter program? The U.S. Air Force recently grounded its entire fleet of fighters for broken ejection seats. Some of America's war machines are currently in action in Ukraine.
Well now, this could be fun.
Are you ready to die? Solar flare! Solar flare!
Feels great to win.
Well now, this could be fun. Well now, this could be fun.
Ready for a real challenge?
Solar flare!
I can't move! You actually held your own against the mighty Vegeta. Well now, this could be fun. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's do this!
Solar flare!
Unleash your inner power! Damn it!
Solar flare!
So that's all, huh? Well now, this could be fun.
Ready for a real challenge?
Solar flare!
You're kidding, dude.
Unleash your inner power!
Solar flare!
Well now, this could be fun.
Are you ready to die? Solar flare! You're kidding
Unleash your inner power!
It feels great to win.
Well now, this could be fun. Well now, this could be fun.
You'd better give it your all. Solar flare! Out of my...
Unleash your inner power!
Out of my face!
Well now, this could be fun. Well now, this could be fun.
You better give it your all. Solar flare! You're kidding
So that's all, huh? Well now, this could be fun.
Buddy, you're in for a real challenge.
I'm ready whenever you are. Let's do this. Worthless. Well now, this could be fun. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's do this. This'll end it. This'll end it. Unleash! I can't move!
I can't let this happen! Solar flare!
Special wind cannon!
mighty Vegeta.
Can we go?
Hey, you okay? Earth to Piccolo.